Let me tell you something today. First, if someone harasses or threatens you or your friends, but you can't do anything about it, and then one day, they suddenly die, how wonderful would that be? Yes, I say, it would be wonderful. But what if that person, after dying, comes back as a ghost and starts doing the same things they did when they were alive? Threatening, harassing, hitting, scaring. And if they're still not satisfied, they give you a brutal and painful death. What would your friends do in this situation? Come on, this is a very thrilling story, friends. Attack 13 was recently released. So, in the beginning, we are shown some witches and sorcerers practicing some kind of black magic and witchcraft. One of the women picks up a large centipede and shows it to someone, saying, "You want to bring back the dead." And with that, the scene jumps to a week ago. We see some girls playing a volleyball match. Among them is the team captain, Basuba, who hates losing. During the match, one of Basuba's teammates fails to hit the ball properly. Basuba is displeased with this carelessness, and Aurum notices her expression is a bit irritated. She's also a little scared of Basuba. However, Basuba's team easily wins the match. After the match, Basuba tells a girl named Yaha, "Look, I need to talk to you." In the very next scene, we see Basuba mistreating Yaha, a girl she used to bully. Basuba had asked Yaha for some money, but she couldn't. Therefore, Basuba constantly forces her to drink shower water. So she tells Basuba, "Look, I'll ask my father for money tonight and give it to you tomorrow. Let me go." Hearing this, Basuba lets her go, but also threatens her, "If you don't bring the money tomorrow, you'll see what happens." With that, she leaves. Now, watch carefully. The next day, in the classroom, Basuba is drawing some kind of scary sketch. Just then, Aurum approaches her and tells her, "Look, she is actually sick. That's why she didn't come today." Basuba stares at Aurum and asks, "Tell me the truth, what happened?" Aurum, frightened, replies his father didn't give her money yesterday. That's why she didn't come today. Basuba then orders Aurum to bring Yor to the gym in the evening. Aurum says okay and starts to sit down. Basuba then grabs her hair and punishes her for the mistake she made during the match yesterday. But then, due to a teacher's arrival, they can't do much about Aurum. The teacher introduces everyone to Jin, who enrolled mid-semester after her mother's transfer to the city. She came from Northern Sports School. Seeing Jin, a student says, "You were the captain of your volleyball team, right? I saw your interview." Basuba is displeased with this, as there's no one to match her here. The teacher then asks Jin to sit next to Aurum. At lunchtime, Aurum tells Jin that even though she was the captain of her team, now that she's joining our team, she'll be a slightly lower position, as Basuba won't like this. She wants no one above her. Amidst all this, they are joined by their friend Hung, who was originally Jin's classmate in middle school and is overjoyed to see Jin. They were chatting when Basuba, after eating chicken, throws her a bone. She also says, "I accidentally stepped in the dirt today." Then Jin sees that Aurum and Hung are afraid of Basuba. Even Hung, understanding Basuba's hint, goes to clean his shoes. That's how scared Basuba is, friends. That evening, during practice at the gym, Ya arrives at Basuba's request, telling him, "Give me one more day. I arrange the money." But Basuba sees another opportunity, and she repeatedly hits Ya with the ball. Unseen by those present, she blocks a ball thrown at Ya. She also challenges Basuba to a match, with the condition that if Basuba wins, she can continue hitting Ya, but if she doesn't, Basuba will have to give up all this fighting and thrashing. And then, friends, the match begins. Jin defeats Basuba in one fell swoop. Seeing this, Basuba, enraged, is about to hit Jin, but then everyone catches on. Seeing all this, the coach stops Basuba and scolds her for her behavior. Basuba leaves, and the coach follows her to try and pacify her. The next day, when Hung and Aurum are sitting together, Hung comes over and asks Hung, "How do you know Jin?" Hung explains, "We were both in middle school together. Back then, a girl used to tease Jin and me a lot. But one day, Jin got into a fight. She beat her up pretty badly. Since then, that girl hasn't bothered us." Jin is both surprised and happy to hear Hog's words. Anyway, everyone starts talking about Vasuba again, saying that all the girls who hang out with her are friends out of fear of her. Otherwise, Vasuba is such a person that no one pays any attention to her. Vasuba is a year older than us and didn't attend school for a year because she got pregnant and had an abortion. Since returning, she started hitting and scaring people. Hume also says that the teachers don't say anything to her because she's the volleyball captain. Because of her, our volleyball team has consistently won. Now, because she's beautiful, she's also having secret affairs with people like the coach. While they're talking, Jin gets a fruit stain on her skirt. She goes to wash it. A boy named Gun notices Jin. Gun takes a liking to Jin at first sight. He asks Jin, "Aren't you here?" She replies, "Yes, I just joined yesterday." Just then, Oram arrives. As soon as she arrives, Gun leaves, looking at Jin. He doesn't do anything else. After she leaves, Oram tells Jin to stay away from him as he's actually Vasuba's boyfriend. During lunch, Vasuba tells Jin to come to the rooftop. "I need to talk to you alone." Jin tells her 3 friends to leave for lunch and goes to the rooftop to meet Vasuba alone. Vasuba tells Jin, "My coach told me that if I get into any fights, he'll stop me from going to college, and without his recommendation, I won't be able to get a good college admission. So, I want to shake hands with you and end it. I don't want to fight with you anymore. Friends here." Jin remembers the moment when he fought with that girl in middle school. So she says, "Yeah, come on, what's the big deal? What's the point in all this fighting?" She immediately shakes hands with Vasuba, but Jin was chatting with a guy online, and when she asks for his photo, he sends her his own. This guy is actually Vasuba's boyfriend, Gun. Gun tells Jin, "I fell in love with you the moment I saw you, and I want to meet you alone." However, Jin doesn't respond to any of this. The next day at school, Vasuba tells Jin, "I've started tutoring classes, and now I don't need to take money. Just do me a favor. Today is my first day. Will you come with me?" Jin says, "Go with your friend or boyfriend." Vasuba replies, "I don't know where all my friends are, and as for my boyfriend, he's busy talking to some girl. So, right now, you're the only person I know." And friends, Vasuba's boyfriend, Gun, is actually talking to Jin, and out of guilt, Jin goes to support Vasuba. Vasuba takes Jin to a building where women are subjected to prostitution, forcing them into prostitution, and then takes the money in exchange for Jin. This was her plan. Jin can't understand what has just happened to her. Vasuba did all this to get revenge on her. Now, getting out of here was impossible. Still, Jin remains undeterred. She takes a small knife from her bag, fights with the people present, and somehow escapes. The next day, at school, Jin asks Vasuba, "You want to continue your feud like this now, right?" "Okay." Then, she says, showing Vasuba the knife. Vasuba replies, "Tell me one thing, I did what happened to you. Do you have any proof of this?" Jin sees that all of Vasuba's friends are filming her, while 3 of her friends are completely silent out of fear of Vasuba. Jin immediately calls her mother and tells her to watch my video. "Please transfer me to another school, Mom. I'm facing the same things I had to face at school again." Jin's mother replied, "Son, you'll have to solve your problems yourself. Running away from them won't work. I'll talk to your teacher about it when I'm free." Jin was at a loss for what to do. Just then, he received a message from Gun inviting him to meet at the gym that evening. But before he could meet Gun at the gym, Jin secretly texted him, asking, "Will you let me go later?" He texted her, "Are you crazy? I truly love you." Gun was texting. Just then, Vasuba arrived and snatched his phone and threw it away, having caught Gun talking romantically to another girl. Jin was secretly watching. Gun pushed Vasuba and asked, "Are you starting to think you're my wife? Whatever's between us is only until school ends. Then, don't expect anything from me." At this point, Jin starts to leave. They both hear Jin's footsteps and Gun leaves, but Gun's phone is left behind. He returns to retrieve his phone and Vasuba is sitting there, crying. As soon as she sees Gun, she stabs him with a knife, the same paper cutter. As Gun is wounded, the coach and others arrive. The coach catches hold of Vasuba and Jin stands aside watching. Gun is immediately taken to the hospital, Basuba is about to be expelled from school for this mistake. She hangs herself on the basketball court, shocking everyone with a corpse. A funeral and prayers are held at the school for Basuba's soul. At that very moment, someone is performing some kind of black magic ritual in the gym. This causes strong winds to suddenly gather at the funeral. Someone screams. The lights flicker on and off. Strange movements are heard in the coffin containing Basuba's body, and everyone flees. Amidst all this, Jin falls down and the coffin shakes violently, ejecting Basuba's body. Everyone assumes this incident is a coincidence. However, Jin, Orym, Han, and Ya are all feeling a little scared after Basuba's death, so they all sleep together. At night, Orym sees a chair moving, which suddenly slides toward him. Terrified, Orym tries to wake Jin, but Jin doesn't wake. Orym then sees Basuba's ghost dangling from a rope, with Basuba writhing in agony. Blood starts pouring from her mouth onto Orym, and seeing this, Orym screams loudly. Only then does her friend wake up. But it was just Orym's dream, as no one was actually there, and the chair was back in its place. Orym goes back to sleep, but this time, she finds herself hanging from the wall in a dream. Just like Basuba, she also has a rope hanging around her neck. This automatically snaps Orym out of her dream. The next day, when all the girls go to the gym for practice, they see some black magic items lying around. The maid refuses to clean them. She tells the coach, "These items are related to black magic. That's why I won't touch them, no matter who you complain to." The coach tells the girls to clean everything up, and after cleaning everything, they resume playing. Meanwhile, the girls see Basuba's ghost. Hanging at the same spot where she died, Basuba's head suddenly remains in the noose while her body falls. The headless Basuba quickly moves toward her, throwing her head in her hand. But this is also an illusion, friends. It's not Basuba's head, but a ball which hits her hard. Everyone comes to see her, and she sees a snake-like rope hanging from Jin's neck. She moves to remove the rope, and it appears as if she is attacking Jin. Because whatever she saw, friends, she saw only her. To everyone else, everything seemed normal. Then the coach comes and asks everyone, "What is going on here? What drama is going on?" Anyway, after this, the four girls are discussing Basuba's ghost in the washroom. Orym says, "If we believe the cleaning lady, she said that some kind of black magic had been performed at the gym, and that the black magic items looked as if they had been used to awaken a spirit." The woman explained that all this was black magic, meaning the spirit for which all this was done has awakened, and whoever caused that spirit trouble, it will definitely take its revenge on them, and that too in the next 3 days. For the first 2 days, the spirit will scare and harass those people, even forcing them to die. Then, on the 3rd day, it will kill everyone and take its revenge. Friends, while they were talking about this, Basuba sees everyone. This means this is their first day. Hearing all this, the cleaning lady present there says, "You've started seeing her. Now you don't have much time." And after saying this, Basuba's spirit possesses the cleaning lady. Basuba controls her body like a toy. Suddenly, the lights go out, and the woman jumps onto a shelf. She then repeatedly bangs her head against the mirror, injuring herself. Laughing hysterically, she charges toward the four girls, terrified. She runs to the door, only to find it locked automatically, blocking all escape. At this point, the woman picks up a large piece of glass and charges at them. Seeing this, Jin Hyun and the others begin banging on the door and try to open it. But then Gun arrives, opening the door. The lights turn back on, and the woman regains consciousness, seeing blood pouring from her head, and begins crying, wondering what has happened. After taking her to the hospital, Gun tells everyone, "Look, I can see Basuba, and you can see her too." This means this is the first day of those 3 days, and on the 3rd day, she will kill us all. So, they all go to a shaman and ask for help. He tells them that someone has awakened this spirit through black magic, and that it will take its revenge. To protect them from this spirit, he gives them holy water. He also asks his disciples to bring a sacred dagger. But before they can say anything, the shaman draws the dagger and stabs himself in the neck. Then, he quickly takes it out and stabs his kidney a 2nd time. A 3rd time, he takes it out and stabs his leg. Seeing all this, they are terrified, wondering what he is doing. The shaman had told them that this spirit is very powerful. To get rid of it, they must find it within 3 days. Find the person who awakened Basuba's spirit and pour this water on him and his black magic items. Only then will they be freed from this spirit. Obeying the shaman, they all leave. Now they're wondering who wasn't at Basuba's funeral. As if she wasn't here, Hung and Gun were not at the funeral. Gun replies, "I was in the hospital because of the injuries Basuba inflicted on me. That's why I couldn't come." Then the friends discuss among themselves, and they conclude that Basuba's father practices black magic, and he didn't come to Basuba's funeral that day or to collect her body. Gun explains that Basuba's father is an alcoholic, and Hung is telling the truth about his belief in black magic. He used to beat Basuba severely. That's why Basuba lived in the dome instead of a home. Jin then says, "Everyone go to sleep now. We'll go to Basuba's house tomorrow to meet her father. If they don't awaken Basuba's spirit, our second suspicion will be on the coach. Maybe the coach awakened her spirit. After that, we'll meet the coach as well." The next morning, Jin calls all her friends to take their exams, saying, "I'll be back by the time the exam starts. You guys go." Jin goes straight to Basuba's room where she senses Basuba's presence. Suddenly, she sees Basuba in the mirror, rapidly approaching her. Seeing this, Jin takes out a paper cutter and points it at her. But Basuba has disappeared. Suddenly, someone opens the door and enters, and Jin, terrified, stabs them. But it's not Basuba's ghost, but the cleaning lady who had brought some supplies, and the knife had hit them. At least the poor girl's life was saved. Now, unable to make it to the exam, Jin goes to call her on her phone. The teacher takes her phone, but during the exam, Basuba's ghost appears in front of the entire class and asks the teacher, "Madam, can I also take the exam?" Seeing this, all the students and teachers run away and gather in the gym. The principal tries to explain that Basuba's death has probably affected everyone's minds, which is why they're seeing her. Everyone agrees that she's not just one person, but everyone at the same time. Jin arrives and witnesses this. He and Gun directly ask the coach, "Did you use someone to awaken Basuba's spirit?" The coach replies, "Why are you asking me?" Jin replies, "Because you and she were having an affair." And then Basuba's spirit takes over the coach, and she laughs. Everyone knows about it. She wanted admission to a good school through me on the sports quota, so she was paying me for it. Nothing more. After saying this, the coach takes off his pants, catching everyone. After some time, the coach regains consciousness, revealing that Basuba's ghost was no longer within him. His ghost, in the form of a corpse, was hanging at the spot where he died. Seeing Basuba's body hanging there, everyone runs away in fear. From there, Jin, Gun, and the others reach Basuba's father's house, where they find numerous items related to black magic. Jin explains that her father beat her when she was alive and, even after her death, is not allowing her to live in peace. Jin asks everyone to retrieve the items, and just then, Basuba's father arrives, attacking them directly, but is confronted by Gun. Meanwhile, Jin pours the shaman's holy water on Basuba's father. Upon reading the words, he tries to escape through a window. Meanwhile, Hung spots a doll made of feathers. Despite this, they pour the water on Basuba's father. Meanwhile, while running, Basuba's father slips, and the object pierces his head on the roof, gouging out his eyes. This seems unsettling to them. Gun and Jin take the fur doll to the hospital to show it to the shaman. After examining it, the shaman whispers something into his assistant's ear. The shaman's assistant, after listening to them, tells Jin that the spirit won't follow them anymore because they've poured holy water on the black magic object. "Let it be with us, we'll take care of the rest. You can go happily," Jin and Gun say in a temple-like place, praying for the peace of Basuba and her father's souls. They then go outside and get into the car. When Jin remembers that she left her phone at the temple, she tells Gun that she'll get it. She then takes it and leaves. After picking it up, she comes out and sees a shopkeeper selling some black magic items. He also has the same doll she recently gave to Shaman's assistant. Jin asks the shopkeeper what this fur doll is used for. The shopkeeper explains that it protects against evil spirits. Upon hearing this, Jin realizes that Basuba's father was actually using black magic to ward off his own daughter's spirit because he had mistreated her. Obviously, he feared Basuba's ghost would kill him. But why did Shaman lie to him? This is also a problem. Why didn't Shaman tell him more about the doll? We'll find the answer to this in the next scene. Actually, Shaman was afraid of Basuba's ghost and wanted Basuba's spirit to not kill him. That's why Shaman lied to him and made him do this. But Basuba's spirit doesn't spare Shaman either, climbing on his chest and ending his game in one stroke. Meanwhile, Gun receives a call. Upon picking up, he hears a voice asking, "Do you remember how Basuba died?" Hearing this, Gun panics. Right behind him in the car, we see Basuba's ghost clutching Gun's face with her hands and trying to gouge out his eyes. She also drives the car at a very high speed, but somehow, luckily, Gun escapes. Meanwhile, the Jinn has also arrived. Gun tries to get out of the car, but the door is locked. Jin quickly breaks the car window with an iron rod and immediately kills Gun. She tries to pull him out, but Basuba's spirit is holding Gun, preventing him from getting out. Meanwhile, some iron pipes are about to fall on Jin. Seeing Jin, Gun pushes him away, narrowly avoiding them. But the next moment, Basuba drives the car backwards at high speed, causing half of Gun's body to fall out, and as a result, Gun's head is suddenly severed. Jin is horrified by this. She only sees the spirit of the morning standing on top of the car, but the next moment, it disappears as if trying to play a game with Jin. Jin quickly goes to the hospital where she learns of Shaman's death. She quickly retrieves the sacred dagger from Shaman's bag and returns. She also messages Hung Yehan and Aurum. Hung receives a message from Jin which says, "Everyone should hurry to Basuba's house and meet me." Meanwhile, we see Basuba's spirit behind Hang, who disappears as soon as she turns. Then we see Yaha, whose window is being repeatedly pelted with stones. Yaha believes it's a witch. She goes to the window and sees Basuba's ghost. To confirm, she tries to look in the area with a tablet's camera, but sees no one. But the next moment, Basuba's spirit suddenly appears before her. Meanwhile, Yaha suddenly steps back, and we see a pen get stuck in an extension socket, causing a short circuit. The pen bounces and penetrates one of Yaha's eyes. Yaha quickly tries to run towards the door, but Basuba's spirit breaks her leg and catches her. Panicked, Yaha calls out to her mother, who then makes a similar sound to Yaha, asking her mother to open the door. Jin opens the door and hits the door with a pen, causing the pen to enter and kill her. Meanwhile, we see Hung and Aurum in the gym at the same spot where Basuba died. Aurum says that Jin called us to meet at Basuba's house. To this, Hung replies, "Everything will end where it began. I know how to get rid of Basuba's spirit. I spoke to Jin about this before calling you here." The scene shifts to Jin, who has arrived at Basuba's house. She finds Basuba's rental agreement, which bears Hung's name. This means Hung was paying Basuba's rent. She rented the house in her own name. This means Hung is definitely playing a trick. The scene shifts back to Hung, who tells Aurum that they must apologize to Basuba's spirit. If anything bad happened to her, doing this will make her forgive us. This ritual requires a little blood from both of us. However, Aurum wants us to do this after Jin arrives or with her. That's why she calls Jin, but Jin's phone crashes and shuts down, making her unreachable. Hung then tells Aurum that Jin might be dead. Hearing this, Aurum becomes frightened and agrees to do as Hung suggests. Then, Hung uses a little of Aurum's blood and his own. Afterward, he prepares to apologize to Basuba. Aurum says, "Basuba, please forgive me because I was one of those who took your life." Hearing this, Hung is horrified at what she's saying. In fact, when Basuba had a fight with Gun, Basuba had taken Gun's mobile phone and seen that he was talking to Jin. That's why later, Basuba moves toward Jin with the same paper cutter to kill him. But Gun arrives and stops her. Basuba asks Gun, "Why did you betray me?" And Gun, friends, had just returned from the hospital in the past. You'll remember Basuba stabbed him, so he went to the hospital. After the hospital, he came here. Yahan and Aurum are also present there. Gun tells Basuba, I wasn't betraying you. Understand? What's your relationship with the coach? Do I need to tell you this? Tell me. Vasuba then moves toward Jin again, knocking him out with a ball. Then, Hang and Gun catch Vasuba. And here, friends, Jin says, "You tried to kill me, so I can't let you go." And here, Vasuba begs everyone to forgive her. "Please spare me one last time." Everyone takes pity on her and lets her go. But then she lunges at Jin again. At this point, everyone, including Jin, pushes Vasuba and Vasuba's neck hits a pipe. Vasuba fell face down on the pipe. Due to this sudden choking, Vasuba was unable to breathe and died the next moment. After her death, Jin says, "Vasuba made our lives hell when she was alive, and now I won't let her ruin our careers by killing her." Friends, Jin allowed the CCTV footage to record her going into the gym, wearing Vasuba's clothes and a wig. Then, they hanged her body so that everyone watching the CCTV footage would think Vasuba had taken her own life. However, Vasuba was wearing Vasuba's clothes and had the exact same makeup, and staged a complete execution. Hearing this, Hung declares that you're all murderers because Hung wasn't there that day. Aurum replies, "Whatever happened that day was just an accident. It was a matter of our future. That's why we did it. But tell me, Hung, where did you learn to summon spirits?" Hung shows her the centipede bite marks on her body. This means that all the witchcraft and black magic we saw in the beginning was done by Hung to bring back Vasuba's soul. Here, Vasuba's spirit appears before Aurum, strangling him to death with his shirt. Seeing her die, Vasuba's spirit is overjoyed. After a while, Jin arrives, shocked by Aurum's corpse and Hung's, and asks, "Why did you do this?" Hung replies, "It's because of love. I've loved you since morning. I was in love with that girl you hit in high school." Jin says, "It was a mistake." At this point, it's shown how Jin pushed the girl in high school, and when she fell, Jin managed to escape and didn't tell anyone about it. But Hung saw her do it. Jin then recounts how she used to bully you. "I only ever loved those who ogled or bullied me, and you took that away from me," she says. "Then Vasuba came into my life. I fell in love with her too, but you killed her too." Jin realized that there was no point in trying to reason with Hung. She had gone mad. So she ran and quickly stabbed Hung with the sacred dagger. But before she could, Hung stabbed her through the stomach. And here, friends, Jin's hand was held by Vasuba's spirit. But Jin, demonstrating bravery, takes the dagger in her other hand and stabs Hung in the neck. Then, she uses the same knife to kill Vasuba's spirit. Vasuba's spirit vanishes, leaving Hung injured. Jin asks, "Where is the object that awakened Vasuba's spirit?" Hung laughs, looking at the wound in Jin's stomach, the one she inflicted on Jin with a knife. Jin sees a large centipede, the same one we saw at the beginning of the movie, entering Jin's body through the cavity. Jin tries to grab the centipede with her hands and pull it out. However, Vasuba's spirit and Hung grab her hand, and in no time, the centipede completely penetrates Jin's body. Vasuba tells her, "Now, through you, I will be able to come back to life." With this, the scene cuts to this point. In the next scene, we see Jin, who is approached by Hung, who is still alive. Seeing Hung, Jin says, "My shoes are dirty," and Hung happily begins cleaning her shoes. This means, friends, that it's not Jin, but Jin, whose body is now completely possessed by Vasuba. Hung and he have won this story, and now they are both happy. They say that good always triumphs. It's not necessary, of course. Sometimes darkness overpowers light. So, tell us who is wrong, who is right, and has justice been served? See you in the next video. Take care, finally, of your end.